You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Oh, Rebels, I hope you are ready. The debacle is about to begin. Oh, craziness all the way around the board. We got some NFL action, of course. The NCAA and Scrappy Domus strikes again. I can guarantee you there won't be any damn recounts. Nothing crooked going on here, bitches. Just DSR2. So all you sports nuts, let's get into this thing, baby. We're on the YouTube, we're on the Facebook, we're on that there Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, all them there places. Studio57radio.com is where it's at. So let's get this thing rolling on a special 60-minute edition. Without further ado, let's do the do that we do at DSR2. I am Scrappy, and we are missing my man. Oh, yes. Welcome, Rebels. No John. With everything that's going on, it's going to be a little bit weird for the next little bit. Now, the world is in a crazy place right now. We're all in a real crazy place right now. So just like everything else, my co-host today will be a cat. No, just like everybody else and everything else, we've all been affected by COVID. So we have a strict protocol here that we advise, stick to. And so I can't give you any other detail other than been in contact with and or has something to do with COVID that being here week. But next week, we'll have him in remotely. We'll have the show back to normal. We'll have him in remotely. And then as time goes by, and he gets out of COVID protocol, we're going to have him back in studio. But there's no rush on that. And who knows, I could end up in COVID protocol. We could all end up in freaking COVID protocol the way things are going. And it's just all over the board. And that's probably where we're going to start today. But there was plenty of stuff in the NFL. Breezy has got, seems to have Brady's number for whatever reason that is. Break that down. There's a couple of upsets this week and things you're surprised to see, not surprised to see. Let me know. Chat room's available to you. Text line is available to you. And I want to get on the conversation without Moose. It's just me and the fucking cat. So I need you guys to get in on this thing. 13307-5334 is the text line. We're going to have a little fun in this abridged version of the Cat's Away, the Mice. I'm in my robe with my beverage. Oh, I gotta wait. Oh no, my cigar's going out. Oh, that's show's over. The cigar went out. Can't find my lighter. Can't find my ashtray. Show's over. Can't do it. Got to get out of here. But we're having fun, and I want you guys to get in on the conversation. So, plenty to get into with the NFL, but I think we'll just kick it right off. We'll dive right in head first. Feel free to guys get in on the conversation. If you're making it better, then I'm gonna pass on you, and we're gonna bring our own cat part of this and have a good time. So, get on it. Like I said, Facebook and YouTube, I'll try to get in on the chat rooms, text through line, the old-fashioned Gmail, Studio 57 Radio at Gmail, the best ways to make sure I get you in on here. So the COVID is wreaking havoc. We're, try to be from crazy stuff in the world. We can get away from a lot of different things that are going on. We can get away from the shit into your job. We can get away from your, crappy relationship, your shitty kids, whatever the hell that's got you down. We can get you away from all of it Well, almost. We can't, no matter what we do, we can't get you away from COVID, man. We've been trying and trying like hell to divert the conversation away from COVID. It's just not going to happen. And guys, the way things have been going, it's only going to get worse before it's better. So, whatever your kind of thoughts are on the virus itself and how it's being handled and what's going on, we're all involved in it. As you can see, Moose isn't here because of the COVID protocol that we're. He's fine. Don't freak out. Everything's good. I know you guys are already got me in the text line. Moose is good. Everybody's good. We just, there's protocol to follow. Huge spikes here in this state, all across the country. Excuse me. So we're just playing everything safe, okay? So we have these certain rules. If you may have been in contact or could have been or are at risk or are showing symptoms of or have been around or have traveled to high COVID areas, all those things can get you thrown into our COVID protocol. And you guys have seen it do something, what these other sports and TV and other cats kind of do. And so luckily we're only a couple hours a week, so it's not a big thing for us if something does happen. So we miss Moose this week, but next week we'll have back remotely, and it'll be a little bit different look, but the show will be the same and everything will be fine and we'll keep moving. But you just can't get away from it. It's hitting everywhere. And dude, I'm almost exhausted with this fucking conversation, excuse my French, but, the college football season is a shitstorm. It's a fucking shitstorm, and it's just getting fucking worse. There are more games getting canceled. They're not going to be able to get these games back in, and you're going to have teams that have played 2 and 3 games on some kind of championship. Why are we going through this again and again and a fuck again? It doesn't make sense to me. It's the most shit I've ever over and over again. The minute we allow people to do things and move around, these COVID cases go up. So you're putting people in stadiums, you start loosening the reins on how you handle it. Because we have no vaccine, because people can't fucking follow the rules and wear their masks and do all that shit, we're going to have these huge fucking spikes. It's taken over college football. The fact that we're even trying to play, we've been talking... This right here, right now, what's been happening, this whole debacle, this unraveling that you're seeing with the NCAA and this shit season that you guys are all bitching about, we told you all of this shit before the Big Ten, you backed out. And we praised the Big Ten for back out. But they bowed down to pressure and they started playing again. It was going to be an unmitigated disaster. And I'm sorry, but you tell me, has it been anything less than that? I mean, it's been nothing but a nightmare, a disaster, a complete dumpster fire. And I'm not even talking about the games or getting in games or having guys or not having guys. But Trevor Lawrence is out, gets it. And who knows? We still don't know the long-term effects. And now you have a consensus number one star in the NFL that could, though he's not showing negative effects of it, could potentially down the road have more negative side effects that we're not aware of yet because we don't have a grip on this thing. And you did all of it so y'all could make money. And I'm not listening to the fucking argument that, we're trying to raise their draft stock and this and that and the other thing. Trevor Lawrence could have got drafted last year, drafted in 2020 motherfucking 5, and it will still be the number 1 draft pick. He'll still number 1. There's still tape on him. He's still good. He could still work out for a team, and he can still do shit. Like, don't tell me that you're raising his stock by putting him at risk of virus. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But they can, trot these players out there who make no fucking money, who can't make shit out of their likeness, and they act like, it's okay. All we got to do is get these games in and everything will be okay. It don't matter if he gets sick. We just got to get these games in. This is asinine. Absolutely asinine. It's irresponsible. It's disgusting. I told you guys here, I'm not supporting this product. And I have not been watching college football. I've been catching highlights, I've been getting numbers and looking in the stat sheets, and I've been talking to Moose. And this is Moose's show. So this is the way, you know what I'm saying? So I get the whole, but what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Is there a consensus anything about anybody in the NCAA? Is there a consensus number 1, number 2, number 3? Any of that going to change if we play? Is there any reason to put these kids at risk? What? So coaches can make money? So athletic departments can make money? They're not making money. How about you COVID pay in there? How about you do something? Anything. Who cares about the goddamn? They don't throw COVID pay in there. They don't offer to cover this, that, or the other fucking thing. They don't do what's right because they don't care. It's about making money. Period. It's about that cash. It's about that cash. And they don't care. When that coach came into your room, parents, every one of you parents, when them coaches, all them coaches, I don't care. The Big Ten, Michigan State didn't want no part of it, but Harbaugh was like, hey, we could play. It's safe. Derp, 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 derp. Cue the fucking clown music. What the fuck's he thinking? They all wanted to fucking play. So when they came in your goddamn living room and told you they would take care of your kid, they would protect your kid, and they would watch over him like he was their own, they lied to your fucking face. They lied to your face. They don't give a shit about that. The athletic directors don't give a shit about that. The presidents, the ADs, shit, at least the presidents here in our state, at our 2 major universities, at Michigan and Michigan State, had at least balls to say no fucking way. But once again, you lean on somebody, put a little pressure on somebody. And these cats, nah, dude, stand up for something. Mean something. Be about something. You ain't about shit putting them kids out there like that. You ain't about shit. Now, you went to their house and said, hey, I want your kid to come play ball for me because I need some money. I need to win championships. This AD is on my ass. This university cash. I need your kid to do it. You want? Can I take him? If I take him, he's going to make me a ton of money. I just want to take him for a little while. You could have him back in 4 years when hopefully he's a pro and doesn't get injured on out. Cool? Can we do that? So unless the fucking coaches came into their houses during recruiting and said that shit, they're all deplorable. Every one of them motherfuckers. They don't stand for shit. They're scumbags. And y'all can argue with me if you want. I'm down for it. I am down for the conversation. I ain't mad at you. I want to hear from you. 313-307-5340. Yeah, it's DSR2. Moose ain't here. Yeah, guess what? I took over. It's a quick 60 hitter. We're going to have fun, and Moose will be back next week. But I want to know. I mean, seriously. Am I the only one that fucking sees it this way? Or am I just crazy? Entertain me. Now, I'll do that with the pros, motherfucker. Entertain me. Y'all make millions. Y'all facts. And you make millions of dollars playing a game. Get all the benefits, all the job opportunities afterwards, all these things that go on. If you're a great player in your city, you fucking buy a meal for the rest of your damn life. Little things like that all add up when you're a pro player. They take a calculated risk and either take them back into real estate or drive a beer truck, and they choose to play that game. They're choosing that for a way to get in, not to pay. They need to get to that level. That's that step before. They're not getting the payday. They ain't pretty union. As sad as the NFL union is, players union is. Come on. You're trotting them kids out there for money. You went in their fucking house. You went to their fucking parents, and you begged them to take their kids. You said you would take care of them. You said you'd protect them. You said you'd treat them like your own. And you threw them like chum in the fucking waters. And you know what? Y'all parents, if you didn't say anything to your kid, I get it. Your kid's an adult now, that you want them to make their decisions. You want them to live their dreams. And you acquiesce to them at this time in their life to do what they're going to do because you don't have a choice. They can just go do their thing without you. So I understand that. But if you didn't say a fucking thing, you said go on and play, and you didn't show then I question you as well. Because I have reservations about sending my kid to schools and being on the university. My daughter's going to graduate and get her degree here in a couple of months. And I am sad. She doesn't have to campus. Her freshman year, she lived on campus. I'm glad she doesn't have to deal with that. I would. Now she could tell me, F off, Dad, and go do her own thing. But then I can say, okay, well then your own damn bills, girly, and we can play at that game. But when you're an athlete, you know a lot of that stuff's paid for. So I get it. And guys, if you're gonna come at me with that, well, an education, dude, they don't like stop with that shit. They go to class and getting degrees. But most of them, they're not doing that. They're trying to get to the next level or work and make a connection. They're going to get they're going to get opportunities that they would get if they're at risk to get that. And yeah, tuition sucks, and maybe they can't afford it and wouldn't get in there otherwise. But don't tell me that you have the best interest of the kids at heart, putting them out on a god field. I'm not going to buy that for a second. I'm not going to buy that for a fucking second. So, whatever. Do what you got to do. I'm trying to find my chat room over here as I'm rocking a different device. And there we go. There we go. Hey, Canada Mike in the building. All right. I'll chime in when you're ready. I think I got it. I don't know if I got it, but I think I got it. Canada Mike's in there. He's always in there. Shit, that could have been from forever ago. Who even fucking knows? I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm all fired up, no reason. But I don't get it. And now college, and look what's happening. Look what's going on here. It's a mess. It's a hot freaking mess. I want college football. They're still talking about having the NCAA tournament. How in... Okay, dude, I'm telling you right now, you can't put them in a bubble, so just stop. Just stop. Just quit with the collegiate sports. I'm sorry, it can't happen. The more they do this, the more they try to put people in stadiums, the more it's not a coincidence that you're having all these national spikes throughout the entire country, and it coincides with, I don't know, political rallies, and college sports, pro sports, the NFL moving around, everybody moving around. It's not just the players. It's not just the coaches and the team. It's all the people that go along with that. And then you start putting people, 10,000, 5,000, 15,000 in a stadium. I watched an NFL game where a dude ran up and handed the football off to a fan during the game. It don't matter if you only got fucking people in there, if you could still make contact with them motherfuckers. This is asinine. Guys, this is stupid, but how about this? Any of you guys know a tattoo artist in your friends or family circle? Maybe on a tattoo artist. Just reach out to them about cross-examination. Maybe you have a cook, a chef. Maybe just a line cook, someone that works at a restaurant, prep cook, in your family, in your circle of friends. Ask them motherfuckers about cross-contamination. Stop with the nonsense. If you're an athlete and you're getting paid to be an athlete and you're a professional and your sole entire job is to go out and entertain me for your then and you get to make that choice whether you do it or not, then fucking do it. Kid who feels he has no other choice but take this avenue to get where they need to go, and you use that to manipulate money in your pocket and put kids at risk, you're a piece of shit. Especially after fucking dog and pony show you did in their motherfucking living room for their parents. Disgusting. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm over the top. Maybe I'm a nutbag. Whatever. We'll clip it down to a 10-minute clip. We'll put it on YouTube and let the people decide. Y'all share that shit. I don't give a fuck. But it don't make any fucking sense to me. It's just dumb. Like I said, pros entertain me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you use. I don't care if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't care. Millions of dollars to play a kid's game. You got all this stuff accessible to you. Entertain me. I get that. If you want to be that visceral about it, I get that. That's the pros. That ain't college cats. What are you going to come at me with that have any kind of legitimate talk about fucking, yeah, well, put college kids at risk. And then their family's at risk. They can't isolate and be somewhere else and that all the fucking time. So now what? You go away for the holiday and they got to stay in isolation. They can't go home. They're already telling us not to have Thanksgiving outside our household. The people in our household. That's what they're saying now, the CDC. With this Rona. They don't even want us hanging out with our family. Because we could be at risk. And not at risk living at the same house, but at least we the same house. It's the same thing. I made an appointment to get some ink done. I got some ink done. And, motherfucker, I'm in there, and they got rules and the protocols and all this. You got to do something. And since this Rona's been in. Like, I want to go back there just to be in the motherfucker. But I know I can't. And so I love the way and everything that they did. But, like, it's have to, what you want to do, like, weasel in there, right? So, like, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. But you take all the precautions, you do all the right things, and even there, he wouldn't let other people in the building, right? So, like, a guy came in, and he wanted to get, or didn't come in, but he called about, he's getting a tattoo, he's coming in, and his girlfriend wanted to come with to see it happen and get a consultation while she was there type thing, to kind of just hang out with. And my man's like, well, no, just the guy that's getting tattooed and the artist are low, and we got to wipe everything down in some place in between everybody, so you to, separate these appointments. So you can't come early, you can't, none of that shit. If you come early, you got to call and sit in the fucking car till it's time to, you're just waiting. You can't even get in, the door's not open, So he goes to all that stuff, and even that, he was like, hey, well, the guy asked, like, well, no. And he's like, well, I guess if they live together, sure, because it doesn't matter. That's kind of, that's all you get. Whoever's inside your four walls of your house is all you're supposed to be around Thanksgiving. And so it's not a coincidence that all this movement and all this stuff that we've led up on, and because the numbers have started to stabilize and started to come down and things started to look better, and so you let loose just a little tiny bit, and look what's happening. And people predicted this shit. They also predicted a horrible, dark, shitty COVID winter. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. If you're in the United States, it'd be horrid. It'd be bad. So this college football thing's got to stop. I don't even know if we're going to get through the NFL season. I just want to trust through the NFL season. And the NBA's putting out their schedule and all that. And if they don't get back in a bubble again, I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, there's a lot to unfold there. So we're gonna get into that next week when Moose gets back. We'll break down the NBA schedule and how we're gonna how are they gonna deal with this bubble situation. Golf's still doing their thing. They moved it out a little bit, but they're still doing it. But they ain't gonna have nobody there. You could social distance in golf. It works. Other sports can be played, but you can't have these people. They got to start cutting everybody out of these stadiums. Minnesota already did. They should have a long time ago. They already more. It's a mess. We're going to take a quick one. We're going to come back. We're going to rip through the L. We're going to get our fucking pick'ems, and we're going to set the table for next week. Appreciate you guys hanging with me on this quick 60-minute hitter of a mooseless DSR2. I'm Scrappy, and you're listening to Studio 57 Radio.
You're linked to Studio 57 Radio, home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Spin Radio.
Party people, this is Doc Ice, and you are definitely into Studio 57 Radio. And the studio radio isn't on, your radio is on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, Scrappy here to tell you about the show. Hang with me as I break down the world of entertainment with great guests, celebrity interviews, some games with wonderful prizes. Also, we've got the biggest library of underground hip-hop of any station on the net. Mix in a little stand-up comedy and a text line so your voice can be heard, and you got a pretty good little show. But add listener-controlled programming. Yeah, you heard me. Listener-controlled programming, where listener can decide what makes it on the air. You've got the greatest show ever created. So join my show, our show, That Radio, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, this is your boy Big D, here to tell you about Mark for Life Tattoos. Guys, this place is the cleanest, most laid-back studio in Metro Detroit, and the artists are top-notch. And if you're like me from the D, you need to stop in on Friday at D-Day and get your Old English D for only $3. Not interested in tattoos? My body piercings. Mark for Life is located at 22533 Vanda in Warren, and the guys are there 7 week from noon to 9. So give them a call at 757-2222. That's 586-757-2222. Tell them Studio 57 sent you and get 20% off. What are you waiting for? Call them now.
Hey everybody, Smokey here to tell you about Allstate Tire. With winter fast approaching, the most important thing between you and road is your tire. Don't put your safety in just anybody's hands. Go to Allstate Tire. With new and quality used tires available, you can trust Allstate Tire for all your tire needs. You can visit them at 14208 9 Mile Road in Warren, or give them a at 586-779-8759. Allstate Tire, your source for quality new and used.
What's happening, everybody? Scrappy here to you about Love and Life Club. Love and Life Club is a social networking club that's located at 19960 James Cousins. That's the Lodge Service Drive between 7 and 8 Mile Road in the D. You need to stop in for $5 Fridays for great music, food, and drinks. I personally recommend the Chick Club is also available for rental, bachelor parties, wedding receptions, or any party for that matter. For more information, log on to www.loveandlifeclub.com. That's loveandlife.com, or call D at 31999-2820. That's 313-999-2824. That's Love and Life Club. If you love and life, you need to be.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. So 57 Radio.
Yes, we're very much back. We're very much back doing very bad things on the X because we can and no one can stop us. Ha 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 ha.
Welcome back, Rebels, to another Debak podcast. Yes, we are talking sports, very much talking American sports teams and things of that nature. Shit, don't ask me where that comes from. I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of like Borat with a hot pickle up his ass. But that would be kind of like, you know, doing your Borat impression at Chipotle. It's about the same. Anyway, moving on, away from bloody underwear and onto bloody sports, my friend. We talked a little bit about the NCAA. I just went into a rant for a half hour. It was totally ridiculous, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. It happens, and that's what happens, you know. When the cat's away, the mice will play. This is DSR2, and we're going to get into this thing, man. We're going to break down a little bit of NFL action. As you know, we make our pick'ems, and we'll break down those and the games a little bit before I get into my pick'ems this week. I thought I'd have Mooses in, but I did not see them. He did not send them, but maybe he did, and I sent them before I went on the air. Either way, we'll try to get them up online for you so we have a record. So let's get this rolling, guys. Without further ado, on Stitcher, YouTube, TuneIn, Studio57Radio.com, and other please hang out with us. Another SR2. So let's do the do that we do in part 2 of SR2. This is your host, Scrappy. Hey, Moose ain't Scrappy in for him today. Usually I'm second chair, just here kind of filling in, saying crazy shit here and there, and letting Moose be the man. But today I got my Hugh Hefner robe on, got my cigar, got my adult beverage, and it's just an hour of, I don't know, me being a fucking clown. Are you ready for that? I don't know if y'all are ready for that, but that's what we're doing. So, yes, as we get rolling here, and that's the one thing about being down here and doing this thing, and I'm not, you know, I'm solo. I can do whatever. Like, there's nobody to check here. So let the chaos begin. We were talking a little bit about the NCAA and the mess they got going on with the COVID, and we'll get into, like, basketball, all that stuff later down the road in the NBA and all that, because the NBA announced their schedule, and there's been talks about getting NCAA basketball back in the mix, and trying to do March Madness, which we'll get into that. Those are the weeks to come. I know those are great topics. We're gonna get into those things, but right now with college football, it's just been a hot flipping mess. I don't know what your take is. Are you guys soaking this stuff in? Whatever, whoop-de-woo. Hit me up. Text line is 313-307-5340. Like I said in the re-entry there, you guys can catch us on Spreaker, TuneIn, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. We got the YouTube and the Facebook chat rooms usually going. I try to check in there when I can. But the text line is a guarantee that you'll get me. We can keep you anonymous. We can throw your handle, or I could just give a shout out to your area code. It's all good, and we'll have a good time here. Get in on the conversation. Everybody wishing Moose, well wishes and all that good stuff. He's doing well, guys. Like I said, no Moose today. We have a strict COVID protocol. If are around somebody, near somebody, may have been in contact with somebody, may have symptoms, may have traveled to an area that was high, any of those things may have happened in your day today, we ain't getting together. That's just how it works with the code. So Moose will be in COVID protocol for 2 to 3 weeks probably, and we'll get him back here though remotely next week so we can have the show like we do. Hi. There you go. Anyway, so last week's NFL, how'd you guys do? You didn't totally lose the farm and the house, everything, but there was some bets this week. And I'm going to tell you the first was Bills and the Seahawks. Now, I'm going to tell you something. And yeah, we're going to get into that, Mike. I like you. Thank you, Mike, putting that in there with the Veterans Day. I'll address that when we get to the end here. Like I typically will do. We're international, too, and we got Canada Mike here, so that's what I like about this. But, we let it as dynamic and as exciting as Russell Wilson can be on the field. He just couldn't get it done this week. He had a bad week. I mean, let's be real. And Buffalo is doing well. 307. Hold on, I got a little mess up here. 50-40. Okay, I want to make sure I can get that number back. My text line tag went away for a second. I had to get that back. Usually, all that's to know so yeah, I just won the game. The fourth quarter was off the chains, but. It wasn't enough. The Bills were able to continue to put points up and really just get away from a Seahawks team that was starting to come back. Russell Wilson had some turnovers. You're not going to get a lot of that. Played your boy Allen or whatever. He killed it. 415 yards, 31 for 38, 3 touchdowns, and no pick. Absolutely killed. I don't expect him to play like that all the time. He got up for the Seabags. Hell of a game. But that would be on the upset special. So it's a good game. This is what you guys were watching or get to. I thought that was a great game, of course. The Bears are what we thought they were. I mean, let's be real. The Falcons, did they try to give that game away? Holy shit. They've got this MO of, trying to give games away, but they were, in the end, able to hold it together. But I thought I was watching part of that game. I'm going to get this game up again. The Broncos are just not that good. Chiefs and the Panthers, another great game, sneaky great. Surprised that the Panthers played really, really well, played above a 3-6 team. But the Chiefs, man, even when they played out of the competition, they seem to be pulling out these wins. And Mahomes, what can you say about Mahomes? If I'm a Kansas City Chief fan, I'm just absolutely elated. You got the future of the league, let alone your team. You already got a championship in the bag. And even when these guys play bad, they're good. And when they play good, they're great. And when people get up for them, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So one hell of a game, and if you don't turn over the ball, you could do well. Teddy Two Gloves and Christian McCaffrey together they're that much better with McCaffrey. That's what that shows. That difference between what you were seeing before McCaffrey came and what you saw against Kansas City. To me, it's McCaffrey. But Teddy Gloves came to play. 36 for 49. He dropped back almost 50 fucking times to throw the ball. 30 completions, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, 310 yards. But what are you going to do about Mahomes, man? Same deal. He fell back. They're throwing 5 times a game. 30 for 45, 4 touchdowns, no picks. 372. That's your fantasy numbers. Jesus. Look at that shit. Just playing. Just balling. But Samuel had Samuel and Hill, Tyree Hill, both sides, both over 100 yards and at least a touchdown. I think Hill had 2. Right? I think Hill had 2. Hell of a game. So, sneaky good. Didn't expect it to be that good, but with McCaffrey back, a lot better game. If you guys watched the Giants and the Washington, I'm sorry. That wise decision, wise choice of use of time. Horrible. Looked competitive, but Jesus. So, Dolphins-Cardinals. Are Dolphins for real? Is 2 of the man? I don't know. Okay, and we'll talk more about it with Moose, and we'll see more as we see more of Tua. But I really need to see that's what I need to see. I need to see more of Tua. There was a couple of times he was trying to get rid of the ball, get out, things like that. He seemed a little lackadaisical, a little sloppy with the football. Could have potentially had a couple of turnovers there. Could have been bad for them, but they were able to pull it out with a huge fourth quarter and win that game. So, once again, it's all about turning over the ball. Neither one of those quarterbacks had turnovers. Both those quarterbacks were over 250, and both those quarterbacks multiple touchdowns. Really, the difference is Kyler Murray was running his ass off and put another buck on the ground. Plus. So, I just impressive all the way around. And then, whatever. So, young talent, great games, good stuff. But then you get this other crazy nonsense. So, really good games. So, we lost a couple, but I think we did pretty good. I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me, but we did pretty good. I'm going to try to get into some pick'ems here in a second, and this is going to be just me. So, I'm probably not the one to listen to. Moose helps me get through this because maybe I'm thinking something crazy, and then something he says throughout the show makes sense and gets me out of this debacle. But there's nobody to get me out of this mess now. So if you're ever going to skip a week on betting the farm for entertainment purposes only this week, motherfuckers, because I don't know how well this is going to go. But we are going to give it a flipping shot. And I could get into the Lions, guys, and I've gotten text on that. We're going to get more into the Lions next week, guys, because it's the same old beaten drum, okay? You got the number 1 program in Detroit. You got a top 10 market, and the number 1 program in Detroit has got lame-ass pick from this little tiny things of things to bitch about the Lions about when none of it fucking matters because you've already broken down everything there is to fucking break down about the Lions, and until you get over that hump, nothing else you said means anything. It's all dead conversation when it comes to the Lions. Unless they can miraculously fucking win something, then it's all dead fucking talk with the Lions. I'm sorry. There's nothing fucking there. They're a shit fucking organization that fucking picks shit people to do their shit fucking job and do a shitty job at it and then fucking shit the bed every fucking day. That's what they fucking do. So they can't pick the right guy to pick the right coach or the right GM to pick the right coach to pick the right players to pick the right anything. They couldn't pick their fucking nose. So, yeah, end of fucking conversation. So we're not going to do that here. That's why we kind of cover everything. So I get it, Lions fans. But when there's something notable of change, we'll have a conversation about it. But we're beating a dead horse with that fucking team. And, this is going to get up every once in a while. And I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm live on fucking internet because he does such things. Because the shit drives him crazy. They're a fucking shit show because their ownership doesn't know anything about football, doesn't give a fuck about learning, and couldn't hire the right fucking people if Indeed walked a whole fucking slew of the top candidates in the entire fucking planet right there on top of their fucking hot tub in the middle of fucking Florida States and wherever the fuck Michigan they live. Fuck it. Fuck them. Fuck the Lions, and fuck anybody that fucking gives their heart to that team, because you're just going to get hurt. And I don't mean fuck you guys. I'm just saying fuck the Lions, because they're going to stab you, and then they're going to turn the knife, and then they're going to pull it out, and they're going to stick it in your butt. You're already dead, but they'll just stick it in your butt. That's how bad it is. They will kill you, and then just stick it in your dead ass. That's how they are. Graphic for you. Are we ready for the fucking picks? Are you now ready for my picks? I could do the picks now. Now, though, the picks will actually sound good after whatever diarrhea just fell out of my mouth. Let's get into it. All right. First game, I don't know. Moose does it totally different. I'm just going to rock out the schedule. I'll try to keep primetime games separate, but no, I'm just going to run through it. Thursday night, tomorrow night, Colts, Titans, 8 p.m. I believe this is at Titans, right? Yeah, so 1 point. It's basically a pick 'em. That's kind of the way I feel about it. But, if you're going to lay money, this is a rule I have now. If you're going to lay money with Phillip Rivers, you're insane. You're just insane. He knows you laid money on him, and he will he'll kill you. He'll break your heart. So I'm going to Titans, the run game, being at home, having that edge, and that's where I'm going. I'm going to hope Tannehill is serviceable. I think they kind of are a wash. So quarterback position-wise, running game, I think will own the night. Titans. Okay, 1 o'clock Sunday. Texans at the Browns. See, this is another one of those games. 3.5 point favorite for Cleveland, but I don't know, man. They're not impressing much. This could be an upset special all over it. I want to ride with the Browns just because the Texans have had it just so bad. Just so bad. You know what? I'm going to go with the Browns, but I don't feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, something in my gut, in my loins says, don't do it, man. But I'm going to go with the Browns. Jags pack. Jags, they're working their ass off to get a top pick here. And I don't think it changes this week. I'm going to roll with the pack. Another 1 o'clock game. Okay, Giants, Eagles. I'm sorry, guys, if you're going to watch this or have to watch this. Eagles fans, you're probably the division at some stupid, 7-8-1 or some nonsense. And I fully expect this to be the 500 mark. Oh, yeah. I'm not. I can't handle the G-men. The Jones, I don't know. I'm not. No. You know what I'm saying? Speechless. No. Eagles over the 10. Another 1 o'clock game. Bucks and the Panthers. Ooh, this should be interesting. So they got the Bucks by 5 over the Panthers. I'm with it. I'm going to take the Bucks. But they're going to duke it out. I think Panthers are play. They played really, really good last week. 2 gloves. And having McCaffrey back, big deal. I think it'll be a really good game. The way the Bucks played gosh. But Brady, there's no way I can do it. Moose might think otherwise, and he may take this up special here, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta go with the Bucks. Brady going to redeem himself from the other one. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. The Jags-Packers game wasn't even close. It was a 13.5 point Packers. So, yeah, that's why I whipped by that one fast. But thank you. All right. Let's see. Where was I at? That was Bucks, Panthers. All right. Broncos, Raiders. The Raiders in Vegas. 4:05 game available. Come on. Let's be real. The Broncos, until they resolve the quarterback position, they're just not good. And the Raiders need to pick up these wins. They can't afford to lose this one. It's a 5-point. I'd take the 5. Shoot. I think the Raiders will win by more. there you go. Chargers, Dolphins. Some of the graphics too, guys, but I can't do everything all at once, so you'll have to live without them today. Be happy with the nose pickers and my ugly mug at the same time with audio. That's a lot. Where we at? but thank you. Yes. Production's down. Yeah, production's down. I lost the budget. Moose didn't make it in. No, when I have somebody else talking, I can click on other shit while they're talking. I can't hunt, click, do stuff, and talk to you guys at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm a one-man wrecking crew. I'm sorry. I bring Moose back. I promise. Don't hate me. All right. Chargers, Dolphins. God, this is gonna be a heck of a game. Miami by 2.5. It's in Miami. Really want the Chargers to win here. Man, Herbert's playing really good, but they just haven't been getting over the hump. When are they going to get over the hump and win a game or two? I mean, I know they got a couple already, but you know what I mean. I'm not feeling good about that. I sure wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, because it could go the other way. You know what? I'm going to take the Chargers in an upset this week. I don't have any real goddamn reason, but I'm going to take the Chargers. Bills, Cardinals, that's going to be one hell of a game. That's a tough one to call. But after what Allen did last week, I could say the same thing about your boy Murray, too. But I'm going to take the Bills over the Cards. 1 point pick 'em. They're at home, but I think Buffalo it can go there and off. Seahawks, Rams, 425. A little bit. They're starting the other 4 o'clock games. 1.5 points. So basically a pick 'em for the Rams, actually. I'm surprised by that. I'm not sold on the Rams. The Seahawks had a bad week, and we talk about Russ Cook and all that other stuff, and try to hype up his little bullshit, even though his podcast is it's rough to get through. Even when you have Mike Tyson, and you make me not. I mean, I'm sorry if you have Mike Tyson guest and I have to turn it off because it's terrible. I don't know what to say, but we'll get into it later. Once again, maybe next week, as I'm clipping in my hour. Seabags, Rams. I'm taking Seahawks, I guess, in an upset. I just don't see it. I think Russ will back to how he cooks, and the Rams stop it, and they can't stop much of anything. So there you go. Niners, Saints. 425 as well. We got a few more games, it looks like, in the 4 o'clock slot than normal. Probably some COVID-related shifts there. I don't really follow all that. That's usually my Moosey Moose gets me that. He'll have that for you next week when he comes back light. But or remote over the night game. It's 9.5 point game. It's a big obviously. The fact that this is at Pittsburgh kind of makes my butt ache. Pittsburgh and the points. It's not to get up. And I get that Burrow's playing. I mean, he's playing good and whatever. No way. I mean, unless the Steelers, look past the Bengals, like a 10 or a double digit. Those are the best. All right, evening game, Sunday prime. This would have been normally a good game. Now it's bedtime time. The Ravens over the Patriots. Good Lord, is Cam Newton bad? I'm sorry. Cam Newton, to me, was never the greatest quarterback. He was a very good athlete, but never his quarterback. His athletic ability has diminished over the years. We've been taught that. And then and actually, I think it hurt him that he worked out and put on that muscle and that bulk and looked that good and strong, because his mobility is even less than it was before. And I just don't know if he's forced to stay in the pocket and have any kind of pressure, he's done. And they're not going to be able to hand off all day. I just don't see how they come out here and win. I don't see how Belichick can Subway sandwich into a fucking. I just don't see it. I don't know where it's at. So Ravens, it's a 7-winner. I expect double digits. I don't care that they came back last week. I don't. They got it put on them by the Jets, and they barely alive. And you're going to go in there against the Ravens? No. I mean, you're at home, but no. Nah. All right, primetime game, divisional game. Don't mean shit to me. Don't mean shit, but actually, it may be a competitive game, but it is a divisional game. The Bears are being the Bears, and they are what we thought they were. They're the Bears. Against the Vikings. Vikings are just not that good. they're just not that good. So in a battle of the most underwhelming set rivals, Titans, that's for sure. We have the Vikes and the Bears. Minnesota is a 2.5-point favorite on the road against Chicago. Yeah, I mean, whatever. That sounds about right. Vegas, I think you got it. I'm gonna take the Bears, but I'm got it. Horrible 3-pointer. You know what? I don't know if I want to walk that back or not. I think maybe I trust Cousins over Foles at the moment. I don't know. God, that's a toss-up. To me, that's almost a pick-em game. Man. I don't know if I could take the Bears and win again. What if I don't? I'm going to take the Vikings. I know that's madness. That's insanity, but we're on the fly here, and I do whatever. Don't even care. There's your flipping picks. And your Monday. Who's staying up Monday night and watching that shit? I'll probably have it on in the background. I ain't going to lie. Oops. That's not my head. Here's my head. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think I end up watching. I don't know. I'm a junkie. I have a problem. My name is Scrappy, and I have a problem. And we had some problems, but not big problems. And you guys get in on it. And I heard from you. And you love your moosey moose. And you want your moose back. And we're going to get him back. Don't you worry. He's coming back. He'll be back next week. We'll get him in here via vote. We'll get back to our normal showers. We'll tackle a bunch of stuff. We'll have some fun. I want a big shout out to all the veterans. You know the deal. It's Veterans Day. And, having a grandpa that was in the Army and doing some stuff. J-Dub's belts we jumped on. We're donating a belt for all veterans. Wrestling company. And it's pretty cool. Pro wrestling. All combat veterans. We did the championship for them. We'll show that off here soon. But I just want to thank everybody, man. You threw the ringer more than any of us over the last whatever. Fuck COVID. Fuck the stupid election. Fuck all the other things that got us all stressed out. You guys have been through it all way a million times worse while we're in here fucking whining and getting fat. You guys do the real work. You guys really get it done. And that means more to me than fucking anything else, really, to be honest with you, because did the podcast, all those idiots out there, the tongue heads and all the shit that drives everybody crazy, we wouldn't be able to do what we couldn't have what we have. We wouldn't be shit without each and every one of you. So thanks, vet, for doing what you do, being you. If you don't know a vet, find a vet, hug a vet with a mask on from 6 feet away, like this. Love you guys. See you next week. Peace.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.